None of us have to live with MS. None of us have to live with our symptoms. It still amazes me the way I feel now. Let me give you an analogy. Try filling a bathtub with water with a broken stopper. Doesn't quite work, does it? Think of it, our brain as the bathtub, and fatigue is the stopper. I feel your pain. I feel the sadness. And most of all, I feel your fatigue. I had it too. Hi. If you don't know me already, my name is Steve. And if you don't know my story, I was diagnosed in 2004, which was 17 years ago, but it was actually closer to 19 years with, there were a few years where I had symptoms, but I didn't know what was going on. And of course, the doctor had me do tons of different tests, and they had to figure out which one was actually a real symptom or whatever. But a lot of that time, I lived in the fog of fatigue. And I know we are always so quick to assume it's the lack of sleep. And it's easy to blame sleep. But fatigue and sleep are not the same. And you know just as much as me, when we tell people we're fatigued, people look at us and say, well, you should just get more sleep. Well, it's not the same. It's because MS plaques, the white areas, they show up white in our heads. They are caused by inflammation, and they cause the passing of messages. They cause not only our symptoms, but it takes extra energy to pass the information along. But I found I needed to reverse my fatigue. And I do it by doing 4 things. And it doesn't happen overnight. But in time, it will slowly fade away. And the word fade is a perfect analogy. I can only describe it as a fade. It gets slowly better over time. For me, it took me years. But I don't know how long it will take you. I think we're all different. But you might ask, well, what about the tips that everyone tells us to do? Like evaluate our energy and conserve our energy and schedule rest and prioritize our day-to-day life. Well, I did them, and they are good, but they don't work in the long run. I didn't want to live my life prioritizing what I could and couldn't do. I couldn't prioritize, I need to block this time off so I can take a nap. I think you are probably just like me, and when we wake up in the morning, I'd like to be able to go all day and not have to take a nap. And so starting it is hard. It's the hardest it will get in the beginning because all your symptoms are flaring, but they slowly go away. And in my experience, the changes happen in such a odd way. I mean, you'll go a long time and you think, oh yeah, this is good, but then your fatigue is still up, but then all of a sudden you'll have a bad night and boom, all of a sudden you feel great. So it doesn't add up. It's not a perfect correlation, but over time it does get easier. And by now I don't have any fatigue. I haven't had fatigue in years. And as long as you focus on the 4 things, they reverse everything. Those things, they just change your whole life. And those tips that everyone says, oh, conserve your energy, prioritize certain things over others, they're not needed anymore. And how do I know that? Just look at sleep as I've been going on. Even on bad nights. Sometimes I have bad nights. I'm not perfect. But even on those bad nights, I wake up in the morning and I feel tired. But I'm always aware. I never have that fatigue. And, it's so hard to describe fatigue. I mean, even for us, we can't really say, all of our friends and family always ask, well, what does fatigue feel like? Well, we can't really answer them. It's so hard. And we can't even answer ourselves. But you know what I'm talking about. And this is why I can tell you, what I do, it works. Because I don't have that feeling. I don't have that fatigue anymore. I've never had that fatigue for months, years. I don't know how long. I mean, as I said, it fades away. I mean, it's hard at first, but it gets better now, and it's been this way for months, years. I don't know. But I'm always aware. And yeah, on those bad nights, I yawn. And I feel a little tired, but it's that old tired, It's not the fatigue tired. So I never have to lay down or take a nap. I haven't taken a nap for 3-4 years. And what is needed? So, what is needed is to restore your myelin. And that's done by those 4 things I talk about. Sleep, which is a problem, but it's like that saying, a rising tide lifts all boats. When you focus on all 4 essentials, they all get better over time. So it's sleep, it's eating 1 meal a day, weightlifting, which weightlifting is huge. Weightlifting is what I started with back 2011, 2012. And I did that for years. I didn't make my complete changes until I got all 4 essentials down. So it's weightlifting, 1 meal a day diet, sleep, and ultraviolet B radiation or UVB light. And I made a choice. And if you want to get over it, just like I did, you're gonna have to make it too. I devoted my life to it. I devote my life to these 4 things. And I'm not telling you this because I'm trying to sell you on anything. I'm not saying, this is good because you have to buy this program or you have to eat this certain food. I'm not about any of that. I'm just telling you what worked for me. So as I said, I started in 2011, 2012. And I just know how it feels. I know how MS feels. And I know that you can be just like me and you can recover just like me and get your life back. And now that my life has come back, I don't know, life feels so amazing now. So ask all the questions you want. Just comment to this video and I'll totally respond. I love responding to your email or to your comments. And ask all the questions you want. I'm here for you. And this is all for you. Thanks for watching.